back to my original definition of manufacturing as value at scale, I think we can now and in the future redefine those axes. There are new dimensions to value in terms of the performance of products we create by customization, by making them lighter weight or stronger and so on. And also there are new dimensions to scale. We no longer have to think of producing the large volumes of products that we did in the past. And in addition to those redefinitions of value and scale, we think about speed. Speed in terms of time to market, shrinking the product development cycle, or shrinking it and making it more confident, being able to make investments in new technologies with greater confidence that they will be accepted by the market, and not having to impart such a great investment at such an early stage in the design cycle, or when we begin production to have the same resources continue to stay alive till the end that the product is used. So the rate of change at which we adapt and create new technologies can be improved, and also the efficiency and the effectiveness of those technologies in serving consumers can be increased. So let's look at a part made by 3D printing. This metal hinge made out of steel was made in a single step on a new 3D printer. If it were made conventionally, it would need to be made in multiple parts, and making each of those parts would require many process steps. Using 3D printing, we can think about the implication of this both in design and manufacturing. In terms of design, we can design the part to have new levels of performance, be lighter weight and stronger and stiffer, for example. In manufacturing, we can make it in a quantity of one or a quantity of many. And traditionally, if we had to, for example, invest in tooling for casting or set up complex machine tools with different fixtures, we would have to invest in a much greater production volume to make that pay off. Interestingly, this part was made by a local startup called Desktop Metal. It's a company I co-founded with several colleagues and local entrepreneurs, and we've invented a series of new 3D printing processes that hope to expand the market for metal 3D printing. And in some cases, we have lots of ideas and ambitions, but the technologies have not been invented yet, and the technologies can create new markets. For example, look at the $1 trillion of metal parts made around the world every year, and consider that even a fraction of that becoming possible by metal 3D printing would make significant impact. This perspective has inspired us to launch a new center at MIT that we're calling ADAPT, the Center for Additive and Digital Advanced Production Technologies. And it speaks to gathering us here at MIT to work closely with industry and other organizations to help chart the future of manufacturing. Specifically, we'll have a strong focus on the intersection between additive manufacturing and the digitally driven production technologies that represent the factory of the future. And we'd like to work with our partners through ADAPT to help answer the strategic questions of today, how to take today's technology and deploy it confidently to create value, as well as chart a confident vision of the future, many years out, where the technologies that will be most effective to us perhaps haven't even invented yet. And we feel this is a complex, multidisciplinary, fast-moving space. And members of ADAPT come from many different industries and from points all along the value chain. And by convening such a diverse group of members, we believe that'll create greater value for them. ADAPT has 4 pillars: research, strategy, learning, and ecosystem. We want to first do the most advanced research that identifies the breakthroughs that are needed to help define the factory of the future, including new 3D printing processes, advanced materials, and concepts in robotics, automation, and data processing. We also want to help our members define strategy, develop specifically strategic analysis tools that rely on quantitative understanding of manufacturing technologies and market and supply chain dynamics to help them deploy those tools within their own organizations to chart their own strategies in manufacturing.